I'm one of them. It's a lot of responsibility, huh? It is. A bar now. We actually have a bar now back here that we're going to bring out later. And we also have a golf shop. Bars. So that's the one that's
fires that they were having, Midwest forest fires. So they migrated up to Canada and then came back down over to Oregon.
It's so sad because, you know, I know, so I work with birds of prey, like 5 birds of prey, and you know roughly the size of the bald eagles.
Electric tools and saws by hand. You can see one of them over in our...
Yeah, I gotta go get all the dragons.
Yeah. Sam, and we thank you very much for your hard work, and we appreciate it. We want you to be great together. All right, so give them a hand.
That is a brave little bird right there, hanging out just outside that osprey nest. Gotta love the din of generators for the food trucks. It's a fun little festival. I'd recommend coming up if you're in the area.
These talons are not razor sharp like a knife. They're needle sharp like a sewing needle designed to grasp it up.
Man, it is cold up here today. Colonial Beach in early April. Last week it was 80, this week it's 50. And the wind's blowing, bringing it down to the mid-40s. Low to mid-40s. Wanted to get a shot of this sculpture here. People have been standing out here all night. No, 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 no. This is the tidal Potomac. And the water's Maryland. The beach is Virginia. Of course, the OTB is also Maryland, I believe. If you go back to 1949, the state of Maryland legalized gambling. In an old 1700-something agreement, the tide line there is Maryland, the beach is Virginia. So in 1949, a bunch of piers were built here and casinos were opened. And in 1959, the state of No Fun, Virginia, convinced Maryland to change their law to make it so casinos had to have land access. Thank you, Virginia. After the advent of the steamship, the most popular way to come to Colonial Beach from DC was by steamship, not over land. It was miserable traveling over land. These pilings, if I'm not mistaken, are the remnants of the old steamship dock that dropped off the passengers for their vacations here in Colonial Beach in the early mid-1800s. It was mid-1800s, early 1800s. I don't think they had steamships. Great little mural here right off the main road. the museum at Colonial Beach, but I think it's the Museum of Colonial Beach. Another great mural here in Colonial Beach. Some of the history here. Steamships. Great looking old brick building. Don't know what it is, but I'll have to look it up and add some notes. Here's the River View Inn. Very Art Deco in design and color. Small little hotel, what does it look like? Maybe 20 rooms, if that. 21. Yeah, 20 rooms. All the way from 1 to 21. Very cool. The Colonial Beach Municipal Pier. Have no idea how long it is. I'll add a note on that. Have no idea how old it is, but I'll put a note on that too. And that would be Ferry Landing Pier. I'm guessing that was where the ferry landing was. That took you over to across the river to Maryland. Custom brick wall of all the donators and all the people who worked on this pier. I guess it was renovated not too long ago, and they took all this people and money to do it. Okay, just in case I haven't mentioned it before, this is the Potomac River. This is the tidal end of the Potomac River. No entry when pier is closed. It's kind of what it means. Gonna take a quick walk out here on the pier. Walk it to the end. Check out the scenery here. Looks like they got some jetties in to help rebuild the pier, the beaches for the tourists and such. Looking back on the OTB power plant and I believe that's a nice bridge way back out there in the distance. That's the Maryland shoreline there. I sure hope with all this wind you're hearing me. It's the main public beach here in Colonial Beach. Looks like some new vacation-based rental places. Go ahead, Bill. This is the Colonial Beach War Memorial, dedicated October 1947. Looks like it's got a big anti-aircraft gun there. I think that's I forget what the size that is. Nice little war memorial. Just gonna cruise down, I believe it's Irving Street here. Looking at all the vacation rentals. Big ass Adirondack chairs. Some nice old houses. I believe most of these are rentals in the summertime. I doubt they're ever owner occupied except for maybe a week or two a year. Yappy dogs. I love dogs, but I'm not a fan of yappy dogs. Love that porch. If you know me, you know I'm a huge fan of porches. This is also a nice porch here. Oh man, it's like a 3/4 wraparound, or at least a half.
This golf cart is in on the left side.
Good for them. Some more rentals. I think it's the deal with the rentals are they all have names or something to that effect. Moon dance, moon unit, whatever. That's $500,000 right there. We have here, we're coming up to the Alexander Graham Bell house. This house was bought by his father, and when his father died, it became Mr. Bell, Alexander Graham Bell's house. Has a nice porch. There's a rental. You can see Foxhaven.
Isn't that gorgeous door? The rental units come with golf carts.
Dangerous paradise. We normally walk these, but it's just too damn cold. We're not prepared for it. I think somebody needs a roof. And it is 46 degrees with a wind chill probably pushing in the 30s.
Yeah, it's definitely taking like 35.
Look it up on my app. So the official feels like is 34, even though we have a 46 degree ambient. The wind chill is, what did I say, 34? 34. Because it's blowing at a 10 plus and it's gusting into the 20s, which just adds to the fun. And there's another love sign. If my wife's driving, you know we're gonna get one of those. Oh. Noni's Beach Cottage. Settle down. We're going to the Yacht Center and Tiki Bar. Everybody got to be getting their boats ready for opening day here at the Yacht Center. I imagine this is where the yacht club is too, or something to that effect. Boat for sale. Another boat for sale. And the dockside Tiki Bar. It's important to have a dockside Tiki Bar with the cool bus. I guess that's what the cool kids take to school. The cool bus. What are you saying, crows? Well, these are a little bit harder to tell if they're rentals or permanent. Yeah. Hey, duck. And I'm going to stick by my earlier statement. If they got a name on them, usually that means that they're a rental. That you're renting Shangri-La today for the week. Next year you can be in Ho-de-Do. Bayview Cottage. The Sandpiper. The big ass generic rental. Chips Ahoy! So we came here for dinner last night, Los Hermanos Cantina. Had a great meal, great service, everything was great. They even had a big crowd of people in the back room, and you could hardly tell that the service was not impacted by I think it was 2 large parties in the back room. Had the carne asada, it was nice and tender. My wife had the number 6, and we both enjoyed it very much. Here's the Episcopal Church with some beautiful stained glass. Most of what you see is the exact same thing, just across, just no difference, no.
Or lots of milk glass.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the state of the lots of history done when we celebrated our 100th anniversary. And so our first was 1911. And a book was created, and I intended to get one. Jack Haynes had put together. So I don't know, but I know that it has been recorded. So there's a lot of possibilities. I don't think it is, and it needs to be. I'm gonna pop over.
You gonna practice?
I'm here for that. Thank you for being He's not going to get in his butt. That's it. I appreciate that, actually. You have no idea. I have very few friends because I'm too honest. Oh, stop. Jimmy, do you have your key on you? Oh, that sounds good. I will all over the histories of Jack.
Here we have St. Mary's of Hungary Catholic Church, built in 1906. Beautiful tulips, backed up by some beautiful stained glass. I am a knucklehead, I got it wrong. It is St. Elizabeth of Hungary Catholic Church. St. Mary's was the Episcopal Church we went to a few minutes ago. I kind of like the architecture here. It would be nice if it was open and we could see the inside, but it's not. Yeah. We're gonna cruise by one last time, cruise by the Osprey Festival. And there's a bus in the way for part of it. And take one last look before we head out. It was a fun time. Spent a little over an hour there. And we'll plan on coming back next year and reserve the date.